your ruler.
Sold.
Your lands, your possessions, your very lives will gladly be given in tribute to me.
What's up, guys? How are you guys? I just had so much I wanted to get done this evening, and it just, this evening just, oh man, what a disaster. I had so much I want to get, and all this stuff I want to get done. I wasted 3 hours on the phone trying to get the internet fixed. The internet is still not fixed. I'm in the process of trying to get my workout in right now, doing this, recording in between supersets. Just, man, I hate customer service, dude. Customer service with like 90% of companies is absolute dog shit. Like, I purposely put off that phone call a week and a half because I knew it was gonna take up an entire afternoon or evening and just suck ass. Anyways, but it's still not fixed. I got nowhere with it. The internet is still all fucked up. So I haven't been streaming. But anyways, I'm just trying to make do, and you know, it's like you try and be on schedule, you try and be productive, and life just constantly slaps you in the dick and balls. But anyways, let's jump into it. Let's try and keep it moving and be productive and positive anyways, because just because thoughts appear in consciousness doesn't mean you have to identify with them. You don't have to identify with negativity or ongoings. Okay, so we're gonna check out this She-Hulk video, and She-Hulk has been, dude, it's like you see how my eyes are tired? The days, like stuff sucks the energy out of me like that, dude. This sucks the energy out of me. It's gosh, it's like I got shit I want to get done, and just absolutely so much time. I do their job for them. I tell them, here's exactly, detail by detail, what's wrong. Look into it, you fucking moron. I fucking hate people. I fucking hate customer service. Anyways, let's jump into the She-Hulk video. Speaking of hating people, so anyways, yeah, She-Hulk has just progressively gotten worse and worse. I'm sure they'll cover things. Man, look at these fucking eyes, dude. Look how fucking baggy and tired they are. Like, what? It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. I'm fucking sick of everything. Anyways, the show has progressively gotten worse and worse. Am I looking at this? I'm looking at the camera, but so my eyes are like fucking sealed shut. Like, anyways, what? Man, I hope I'm okay. I hope I'm not gonna die. But anyways, this show sucks, and I'm still watching it because I mean the short show. It's only like these shows are only like 6 episodes usually. This one's like, I think this one's 8 episodes. But yeah, it's progressively gotten worse and worse. But during this last episode, I thought to myself, man, She-Hulk, you've banged 3 dudes in a month. That's kind of slutty. That's a lot. 3 dudes in a month. 3 times 12. That's 24, 66, or no, 68. No, 66. I was right. 66. That's 66 a year. Or no, 46. 46. Not 66. Anyways, I'm tired. It's a lot. That's a lot. I need a... Okay, I'm not going to pull out a calculator for it, but that's a lot. 3 dudes a month, that's 3 times 12, 24. Oh, my bad. Man, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It's 30. It's 36. Anyways, that's 36 new dudes a year. That's a lot. She brings 3 dudes, and I'm assuming it's a 1 month time span of the show. But yeah, I don't know, man. And we're supposed to like say that that's not slutty. That's not even like healthy, honestly. You're gonna catch something. That's like, wait, like you never know what these, like, these girls, like, they might have like hidden like growths inside of them, and you don't even know the growth is there until you go to finger them, and then all of a sudden you feel this like cyst or warts on their upper wall, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, anyways, yeah, let's jump into this video.
Congratulations, Galadriel, you've defeated everyone, as always. Well done. You can go home now.
I am grateful you have not known evil as I have.
But
you have not seen what I've
seen.
I've seen my share.
You have not
with me
what I have seen.
I've seen She-Hulk. Jesus wept. Where do I even begin with this one? I mean, I know I've shat on Marvel's TV shows in the past for basically being a never-ending race to the bottom, chewing up popular characters and tarnishing the legacy of previous movies in a desperate effort to launch next product or push the message, or just keep the content sludge pipe flowing at full capacity for Disney Plus. But as bad as they were, there was at least some semblance of quality control, some attempt to tell a coherent story. It was rarely a good story and definitely not worth your time, but you at least felt like there was some kind of point to the show. But She-Hulk is a different beast. A show that lacks even the basic elements of a story with which to grapple, whose cast of one-dimensional caricatures lurches and meanders from one pointless episode to another with absolutely no sense of where they're going or why, while desperately trying to push jokes that are about as funny as a fucking cancer diagnosis. It's a show that seems to have been conceived and written in the space of a single afternoon.
Can we cover how she runs Hulk over? I don't think I've ever talked. She runs Hulk over with a car in the first episode. Like, what? What? How are you gonna run him over with a car? That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Creative to describe these people in the same way I'd use the words faithful adaptation to describe Rings of Power, that couldn't quite believe that they'd actually been given the gig. And having watched it myself, I can't fucking believe it either. And because I want to get this shit over with as quickly as possible, allow me to outline the plots. And believe me, this isn't gonna take long because barely anything happens in this fucking show. The story, such as it is, picks up with Jennifer Walters, a successful attorney. And that's basically all I can tell you about her, because that's all there really is to her life and personality. She's a lawyer, and she really likes her job. and that's it. But when she's out driving one day with her cousin Bruce Banner, who somehow managed to turn himself back into Mark Ruffalo so the rest of the plot could happen, she gets involved in a car wreck because she wasn't paying attention to the roads. Take that, unfair stereotypes that women are bad at driving. And while pulling him out of the wreck, some of Bruce's blood fuses with her own, thus turning her into a female version of the Hulk. A She-Hulk, if you will. Naturally, this presents quite the problem, because randomly turning into an unstoppable rage-fueled monster could put everyone around her at risk, which means she's gonna have to learn to be extremely cautious and
that would have
develop
been entertaining.
absolute
We can't have that.
self-control.
You serious?
Ah, wait, I'm just kidding. That's the plot for a
That would have been
completely
it.
different and far better TV
Exactly.
show. In She-Hulk's case, it's more like a light switch that she can turn on and off whenever she wants, with no repercussions, resource costs, or danger to herself. And she also remains fully lucid and in control of herself while she's in Hulk form. Well, that's lucky. It's almost like the writers now have complete creative freedom to do whatever they want with absolutely no constraints or limitations. Anyway, it's not long before she's forced to reveal her powers when this ridiculous arsehole bursts into her courtroom for absolutely no reason. Mind-blowing editing there, guys. The incident causes Jen to lose her job, but that's okay because literally 5 minutes later she's been hired by a different firm who want her to represent superheroes and villains as the She-Hulk. Well, don't you love how actions and decisions have serious long-term repercussions for the protagonist and those around them? Spider-Man could only dream of such quality character developments. Jennifer's job now is to represent people with superpowers in various court cases that showcase the writer's complete ignorance of the American legal system while navigating the trials and tribulations of dating as a famous green monster lady, thus showcasing the writer's complete ignorance of men, modern culture, and normal interaction between humans. Honestly, it's genuinely hard to know where to even begin when it comes to critiquing this show, because pretty much every single aspect of it is so irredeemably awful that it's practically a waste of time trying to sift through it. I mean, I guess we might as well start by judging a book by its cover, which in this case means the visuals. Now, anyone with functioning optic nerves doesn't need me to tell them that She-Hulk is a visual nightmare. The CG is the kind of awkward, jerky, badly animated trash that I'd expect from a low-budget superhero show from the mid-2000s. Jen moves and walks with all the grace and fluidity of an NPC from a PlayStation 2 game, to the point where I kept expecting her to get stuck in doorways and start glitching out. And it's even worse when she actually has to speak. Half the time her mouth doesn't even match up with the dialogue that she's saying.
Your Honor, I believe this information to be incredibly relevant given the nature of the complaint.
How the fuck could this come from the same studio who made stuff like Thanos? And what's truly mind-boggling is that they actually had a 6'7" model to act as a reference point for the animators, which begs the rather obvious question, why the fuck didn't they just paint her green and save themselves a shit ton of money?
Shit.
The writing is another massive steaming turd that absolutely has to be addressed.
Why that was
The
so
overarching plot is, well, basically non-existent. Each episode feels like it was conceived by getting a group of 9-year-olds to write a bunch of single-sentence ideas onto a board, and then throwing darts at them to see which ones came up. The board, I mean, not the 9-year-olds. That sort of thing doesn't end well. Believe that!
We got a bleeder!
Jen tries out a dating app. Jen goes dress shopping. Jen goes to a wedding. Jen gets ghosted by her boyfriend. Jen meets a new man. It's like fucking party time here, mate. Most episodes barely manage to scrape past the 20-minute mark, and even then it feels like there isn't enough plot to sustain them. I mean, don't get me wrong, they also feel like they're about 2 hours long, but that's just my own perception of time getting dilated by this shittiness. Whatever nonsense is going on either serves as a vague backdrop to Jen's personal issue of the week, or as a catalyst for some tedious new drama in her life. Wow, it's almost like the writers totally don't understand or care about superheroes, or the law, or constructing action sequences, or character development, and really just want to write a breezy comedy about a modern professional woman trying to negotiate a man's world. Which is all a bit of a problem when your show's entire premise is built around your protagonist being a superpowered lawyer. While we're talking about Jen though, I suppose I should mention that she's probably one of the least interesting, least intelligent, and least likeable protagonists I've ever seen on TV. Well, aside from the obvious, of course. She's self-absorbed, shallow, condescending, narcissistic, patronizing, boring, and aggressive. And that's before she even turns into She-Hulk. I've already talked about the ridiculous unhinged rant she goes on against Bruce, a man that's lost and sacrificed more than she'll ever have.
I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
And this kind of shitty behaviour pretty much sets the tone for
That's
her entire
crazy
character.
that they even
she gets
felt
to do and say
comfortable
whatever she wants with
writing
almost
and
no
then
negative
executing that dialogue.
consequences. In fact, if anything,
When they
she
said
seems
it
to
out
get
loud, they
rewarded
should have
for
realized
it.
how
And if that's not an
ridiculous it
insight
was.
into the mindset of the writers, I don't know what is. For me, the hallmark of a good, well-rounded character is someone that you can picture in situations outside the scope of the story. For example, I can totally imagine what guys like Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Peter Parker might get up to in their spare time. But outside of working and drinking with her one and only friend, I genuinely can't picture what Jennifer Walters might do with her life. What are her interests, her hobbies, her personal history, her aspirations, her hopes, fears, dreams, and insecurities? Don't know, because the writers don't seem to know or care either. She's basically just an avatar for them to project all of their gripes and hang-ups onto. And it's a shame really, because I think Tatiana Maslany is a pretty good actress, and I actually ended up feeling kinda sorry for her. You can tell that she's working her arse off trying to sell this shitty character to the audience, but all it really does is prove that you can't polish a turd. Tim Roth, on the other hand, delivers the kind of don't give a fuck performance that tells me the only reason he came back was a hefty paycheck. And I couldn't help but wonder, why did they choose this guy out of all the backstory characters they had available? Remember Emil Blonsky from that mediocre Hulk movie from like 13 years ago? Nah, neither do I particularly, but he's back, and now he looks and acts like a completely different character. I was also
come
about
on,
to say
dude.
that the
Emil
show
Blonsky,
disrespects Wong by
Abomination,
turning
is
him into
a
goofy,
prominent
clueless moron
Hulk
with a room temperature
villain, though.
IQ, but let's be honest here, Multiverse
You
of
can't
Madness already did that
dismiss
pretty
it.
effectively, so I guess I
Dismiss it.
can't criticize She-Hulk for beating a dead horse. Honestly, Benedict Wong, you deserve far better than this. But the one that really saddens me the most is
yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
Cox's Daredevil.
This really saddened me. Seeing this great portrayal of Daredevil just completely butchered, like as far as, oh, I'm just here as a prop, even though I'm a great character in my own right and from my own show. I'm just here as a prop, for a human dildo, just to, you know, like, to give just to give something interest to the story, just keep people interested, you know, because people, oh, they want to see Daredevil, and also because you're the main character and She-Hulk, and this is just the NPC because the world revolves around you. Anyways, my point is, there was even a stupid scene after they hooked up where this really stood out in my mind. There was a really stupid scene when they hooked up where afterwards I even paused it and I was like, what the fuck? Because it just straight up woman idiot logic. Just straight up idiot logic. Like, okay, I'll describe the scene. The scene is they hooked up. The next morning, Daredevil is walking away carrying his boots on the sidewalk and saying hello to an old lady. So basically, essentially, it's supposed to represent he's doing the walk of shame home, looking slightly unkempt and carrying his shoes as he walks across, as he walks the sidewalk in this neighborhood in front of people's lawns while a lady's walking her dog, and he says hi to the lady walking her dog. First of all, men don't do the walk of shame because biologically we're different. And if you're too stupid to understand that, then I'm not even gonna. That's a whole other discussion that would take way too long. Men don't do the walk of shame. There is no such thing as a man doing a walk of shame home. Also, they're boots. They're not high heels. They're his superhero boots. Why wouldn't he just fucking put them on? Why wouldn't he just put them on? The reason girls carry their heels, right, is because they don't want to walk in the heels because they're uncomfortable. Or they're, you know, tired or whatever, and it's early in the morning, they're not ready to have to deal with that yet, or I don't know. But boots are a completely different story. The dude would just put on his boots. He wouldn't walk bare feet. You just, okay, I got my boots, I put them on. He would, oh, let me just walk bare feet to represent the female idea version of the male version of walk of shame that doesn't exist. It was completely, you could tell it was completely written by a female, and they thought they were being clever, and they thought they were flipping the tables or flipping the coin. It's like, come on, fuck you. This is stupid. Not only did you just bait us all an entire season looking forward to Daredevil showing up, and then use him as a prop for your 40 one-night stand. I'm assuming the timeline for the entire season feels like it's a month. So she just banged 3 different dudes in 1 month. 3 new dudes in 1 month. Like I said earlier, 3 times 12 is 36. That's a lot. So 36 new dudes per year. You 4. Anyways, so they use him as a prop and then write him into a stupid joke, and then that's it. Then that's Daredevil. That was the entire thing you looked forward to all season, and with the Daredevil advertisements and all the other bullshit. So there you go. Anyways, let's jump back into it.
Acid, meek, brain-dead excuses for male characters in this show. He's probably the one that gets humiliated the least, and his brief court scene only serves to underline how absolutely incompetent Jen is as a lawyer.
I'm dismissing this case.
Am I gonna go to jail?
No, but I would like you to.
But man, the fact he's even in this show is like some weird taint on his character now. The fact that he went from this...
And we almost got a cool fight scene, but then she interrupted it, and there's a scene I was talking about.
It's something we'll never be able to wipe from our collective memory, no matter how much toilet duck we drink. Believe me, I know. And the thing is, all of this stuff, the unlikable characters, the nonsensical storytelling, the laughable special effects, would be more or less tolerable if this show managed to deliver the one thing it desperately wants to sell itself on. Comedy. But that's where She-Hulk really falls on its gigantic green arse because, well, how can I put this? It makes Amy Schumer look like Dave Chappelle.
Before you make assumptions, no, I am not a matador. That would make the two of us fighting pretty cliche, no?
You almost tasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up. Go play okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never gotta heat me up.
I just did 600. I'm not even a superhero.
Hey, did somebody take our order?
Wongers, can we get froyo? We could talk about The Sopranos.
Fine, no more spoilers.
Honestly, if your goal is to break the negative stereotype that women aren't funny, then this show really isn't doing your cause any favours. And of course, there's only ever one target for the jokes in She-Hulk. Almost without fail, the men in this show are portrayed as incompetent, overbearing, patronising, dumb, cowardly, weak, insecure, and comically misogynistic.
There's a hot chick over there, I'm gonna go talk to it.
Basically just a bunch of convenient straw men for Jen to knock down with absolutely no effort.
No
the
dude ever says that.
Men as either corrupt
just
and arrogant
egomaniacs,
undeserving of
no
the
dude ever
success they
says
have,
that.
or
We never say
unthreatening,
that.
submissive whipping boys who do exactly
Completely
what they're told
ridiculous.
and know better than to question their female overlords. And I don't know,
See,
man,
we'll
beneath
go
all
talk
the
to her.
smiles and
We
the
don't
lame
say we'll go
jokes,
talk
there's
to
this
Ed.
weird undertone of spiteful bitterness and hatred to She-Hulk. But hey, it's also kind of funny once you realise you're basically seeing the writer's own personal hang-ups and insecurities projected right onto the screen in front of you. Why don't
Yep,
my co-workers
that's
respect me for
exactly
being given a job that I didn't earn? Why do guys think it's okay to flirt with me at a bar? But also, why am I still single and staring down the barrel of middle age? Why do people question my judgment even though I'm plainly terrible at my job? Why do men not like me for who I am instead of how I look, even though I desperately want to look better? Why are my family putting pressure on me
I'll answer that question. The same exact reason that you don't like us. For us. Gals, ladies, we just want you to like us for us. For us. We don't we don't want you to like us for how much money we have, or how jacked we are, or how chiseled our jawline is, or how tall we are, or how big our dick is. We just want you to like us for what's in here, you know? For what's in here. Because we're more than just, you know, we're more than just a piece of meat to be objectified.
And pretend like I'm still in my mid-20s. Why is there nothing of substance
Like
or
us
value
for
in my
us.
entire life outside of work and drinking? Why can't I just do and say whatever I want with absolutely no consequences? These are all issues that I can safely label as rich liberal women problems. It's the kind of petty, mundane, and mostly self-inflicted irritations that people like Hollywood writers obsess over because it's the closest thing to adversity they've ever experienced. So naturally, they think everyone else can relate to it too, because the idea of anyone existing outside of their carefully protected socio-economic Southern Californian bubble is some crazy mind-bending impossibility for them. Yeah, I'm sure a working-class teenager from Hicksville, Virginia, working a minimum wage job is totally going to empathize with the online dating woes of a rich, narcissistic 30-something lawyer. All of this stuff adds up to a gigantic pile of green shit, without doubt the worst TV show Marvel has ever put out, and a complete waste of time, money, and life. And the thing is, who even really cares at this point? Marvel certainly doesn't. I'm sure it's going to get a second season despite being an internet lolcow for the past couple of months and a complete embarrassment, and I'm sure that She-Hulk will probably end up appearing in future movies too. In which case, well, they're welcome to her. But if you value your sanity, or just the couple of hours of your life that it'll take you to fight your way through this, then you'll stay as far away from She-Hulk as you
You know, another thing I was wondering about, I wonder if it was purposeful that they do, but there's something that's irked me this entire, there's a lot has irked me, but I'm saying, like, specifically, why is it that it seems like they purposely made She-Hulk, like, more, I don't know, like, why has She-Hulk got long flowy hair, but Jen has short curly hair? It's like, did they go out of their way to make Jen more frumpy and less attractive than She-Hulk? Because even aside from all of the annoyingness of this show, there is something about, like, especially in the scene where Jen is sitting next to Daredevil before they hook up, when they're just sitting chatting next to Daredevil, there's something frumpy about Jen that just made me feel sorry for her. Like, and I'm sure if it was real too, Daredevil was also thinking the same way. Like, man, I feel sorry for this girl. Like, she's so, like, frumpy and like awkward. I don't know. Like, there's just something about her. It's like, even though the show is annoying and stupid, it's like you're an, I don't know, man. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Probably the biological thing that exists in all of us, that even when a girl is not that attractive, super mediocre, there's still something inside of us that makes us, like, have this benign, benevolent mercy, like, oh, you poor dear type of thing. Anyways,
Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
oh, that's it? It's over? Anyways, yeah, so that's it. The season's over. Or I think it is. I don't know, I think there's one more episode. They're like teasing us with, oh, here, we're gonna redeem ourselves with an Abomination and versus Hulk fight. But it's like, come on, dude. It's the show's garbage. Anyways, also, they just, like, she got videotaped hooking up because she's hooking up with all these dudes in 1 month. And so they broadcasted her tape of hooking up at the award show, and the award show was so cringe. Like, I hate that word, but it does describe the message that you're trying to describe. At the award show, they're going down the girls for the gals, girls, whatever, women. Oh, you mean women? What do you mean girls? What do you mean girls? Oh, you said girls. No, you mean women. How dare you call them women girls? Girls, gals, girls, girls. Fuck you, girls. Anyways, they're going down each one, and they're all like, as a woman, it's the hardest thing is being asked is, as a woman, and they asked me how that as a woman, blah blah blah, per award, and I'm like, God, do they hear themselves? And then as these girls are saying that, they cut to the audience, and you got like their girlfriends and one of their guy pals, or you know, those guys, going, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you people, dude? Seriously. Anyways, I'm gonna end it there, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like the video and subscribe. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the likes. It helps the channel. I'm sure I'm being downranked with my controversial Ron think, but whatever. We're gonna keep going until we can't, because they banned me. You know, it is what it is. And then also follow me on Twitch. I need more follows over there. I know some of you guys don't have Twitch accounts, and maybe you stop in and you don't have a Twitch account, but if you can make one, if you can create a Twitch account, I appreciate your follow, because every follow helps me, and I gotta get to 50 followers before I can apply to affiliate, and then I can monetize my Twitch, and that would be cool. But anyways, again, appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next video, and peace out. Have a good rest of your day.